Right now, inside your gut, something is quietly starving. Not you. Your gut bacteria. Trillions of them. And most of them are hungry for something you almost never give them. Here's the experiment. Imagine you could trade diets with a real hunter-gatherer for 30 days straight. Every bite they eat, you eat. Every bite you eat, they eat. No phones. No fast food. No supplements. Just swapped plates. Sounds fun, right? Here's the twist. Scientists have actually done something close to this. Not with cavemen. With the closest thing alive today. They're called the Hadza, a hunter-gatherer tribe in Tanzania. And what happens to your body on their diet is stranger than you think. Let's start with the one number that changes everything: fiber. The average person eats about 15 grams of fiber a day. The Hadza eat over 100 grams. Some days, even more. That's not a small gap. That's like comparing a trickle to a river. Here's where it gets interesting. Fiber isn't just roughage. It's food for someone else. Deep in your gut lives a hidden ecosystem. Trillions of bacteria. Scientists call it your microbiome. Think of it like a garden. Different plants need different food. Starve the garden, and only the toughest weeds survive. Fiber is the fertilizer for the good stuff. Stanford researchers studied the Hadza for over a year. Stool samples. Every season. Every meal pattern. What they found was wild. The Hadza gut was packed with bacterial species almost missing entirely from Western guts. Same species humans have likely carried for our whole existence. But here's the part that should worry you a little. In a related study, scientists fed mice a low-fiber diet for several generations. The gut bacteria didn't just shrink. Some species vanished completely. Even after fiber was reintroduced, those species never came back. Let that sink in. Once certain bacteria disappear from a family line, they may be gone, for good. So what actually happens if you swap onto the caveman-style diet for 30 days? Your gut bacteria throw a party. Fiber gets fermented in your colon. That process creates compounds called short-chain fatty acids. Think of them as fuel packets. They feed the cells lining your gut wall. They calm inflammation. Some research links them to better blood sugar control. Without enough fiber, something darker happens. Your gut bacteria get desperate, and some of them start eating your gut lining itself, that thin protective layer. Over time, that thinning may make the gut more vulnerable to irritation. Now flip the experiment. What happens to the Hadza person eating your diet? This is where it gets uncomfortable. Researchers at the NIH ran a controlled trial. Adults lived inside a hospital ward for a month. 2 weeks on minimally processed food. 2 weeks on ultra-processed food. Same calories offered. Same sugar. Same fat. Same fiber, on paper. The result? People ate 500 extra calories a day, without even noticing. They weren't hungrier. They didn't rate the food as tastier. Something about the ultra-processed meals just quietly pushed people to eat more. Scientists still aren't fully sure why. Some think it's the speed you can eat it. Some think it's the texture. The research is ongoing. But imagine a Hadza gut, tuned for 100 grams of fiber a day, suddenly hit with soda, chips, and bread with almost none. That gut ecosystem would likely shrink fast. Here's a myth worth breaking. A lot of people assume eating caveman means only meat. Steak, more steak, repeat. That's not what the evidence shows. The Hadza diet actually shifts by season. Tubers, berries, honey, wild meat, baobab fruit. It's diverse, not a meat-only diet. The diversity itself may be part of the magic. Different fibers feed different bacteria. Now here's the unexpected twist near the end. You'd think just adding fiber for 30 days would instantly slash inflammation. A Stanford trial actually tested this directly. High-fiber diet versus high-fermented food diet, over 10 weeks. The fiber alone didn't reduce inflammation markers in that short window, but the fermented foods group did. Yogurt, kimchi, kefir. Their inflammation markers dropped. Their microbiome diversity went up. So the caveman swap isn't just about fiber. Ancient diets often naturally included fermented elements too. Aged foods, wild fermented plants. 30 days might be enough to start shifting your gut. But scientists say full recovery of missing bacterial species could take much longer. Maybe longer than one lifetime, for some species already lost. So who wins the swap? Based on the evidence, the caveman probably adapts to modern food faster than you'd adapt to theirs. Your gut has to relearn how to digest that much fiber. That can mean some uncomfortable days of bloating before the good bacteria catch up. Meanwhile, the modern diet may start shrinking their gut diversity within weeks. Here's my takeaway from the research. Your gut isn't just background noise. It's a living ecosystem, shaped by tens of thousands of years of eating patterns. And every meal is either feeding that ecosystem or slowly starving it. You don't need to live in the Tanzanian bush to help it. Just feed it what it's always wanted: more fiber, more plants, a little more diversity on your plate. If your symptoms involve ongoing digestive issues, please talk to a real doctor. This video is about the fascinating science, not a diagnosis. If this made you rethink what's on your plate tonight, hit subscribe. There's a lot more hiding inside your body than you'd ever guess.